All right, here we are at Umpqua Hot Springs. We have Anna and Lara.
Hi.
What's going on, girls?
Road trip.
Road trip. Where from?
Indiana.
Where to?
Well,
Wherever.
yeah.
So did you have like a set itinerary for your trip?
We decided that we were going to go up to Washington as like the farthest point, and then we're just going to do whatever we want from there.
Wow. So did you consider coming up with like a more structured plan, or was it easier to just wing it?
Yeah, so this is our fourth road trip, and the first one, it was a lot more structured, and we ended up just disregarding the structure a lot, and so now we just didn't even bother.
You just knew better this time.
Yeah.
So how do you girls know each other?
We were randomly assigned as roommates freshman year of college.
Nuh-uh, so just a random like,
Yeah.
Yeah, random
Completely
pair up,
random.
and we've stuck together ever since.
Yeah.
that's so cool. How long ago was that?
4 years, probably, right?
Yeah, we just graduated.
No way. Oh, congrats. Last year?
Yeah.
Wow. So is this part of like you getting all this out of your system before you have to go like settle down more? Or is this just part of the continued plans of your lives?
Kind of everything. Finding places to live.
I think I just want to be traveling whenever I can, and right now like we have a break, we don't have to be in school, we don't have to be at our like future jobs, so might as well just go out, see as much as we can.
Well, tell me about some of the places you've been so far.
On this trip?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Our last favorite stop was probably Glacier National
Yeah.
Park. We saw some moose there.
Really close, actually.
Yeah.
Was it scary? They're big.
No, I mean
We
we
were
were
in
in
the
the car,
car.
so
I see.
Yeah.
Had you seen a moose in the wild before?
No, never.
it was on
that was
our,
on our bucket list.
Yeah, it was on our
Moose?
list. We had been like mentally crossing things off, and moose was up there, and we didn't see it the first time, so we were sad. But
Do you have like elk up in Illinois?
No. No,
we
nothing
saw
like
that
that.
too.
Have there been any scary moments on your trip?
Have there?
Um,
I don't really think so.
yeah, I don't know.
Our
right.
first night was a thunderstorm, but that wasn't very
Oh
scary.
yeah, there was a little bit of a scary moment when we were in this small town, and there was like this huge windstorm, and it was like blowing things like crazy, and we were getting alarms on our phone.
Oh, wow.
And like we couldn't find like a place to cover our car because there was supposed to be hail.
There's dust flying everywhere. It's a tornado warning.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was the first night?
Like maybe the third. I
Yeah.
thought the sky was gonna start falling.
Oh man. So what are some of the challenges of traveling with another person? Are there any rough parts or?
I mean, we're really compatible as far as people go.
Maybe odor.
That's funny. What is that? What does that mean?
Odor.
Like
we get-
stinky because we don't have lots of baths.
I hear that. If you ever, it's expensive, but if you ever look into it, merino wool is really good for traveling.
What's that?
It's what's going on? It's an antimicrobial wool, so it's like $50 for a t-shirt,
Oh, okay.
like $50 for a pair of underwear, but it's like, it soaks up any bacteria and it kills it. So like rich people travel with it, or like backpackers, so they don't smell. You got like 2 outfits. So you just like, yeah, look into merino wool if you're traveling together and you don't like the odors.
I'll have to.
We can always just jump in another creek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, there's like a $15 thing you can just plug into a 2-liter bottle. And it's just a straw with a nozzle. You just fill it up and shower.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's a cheap, easy way.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that seems cool.
All right, so have you stopped at like any music festivals or anything on the way? Or are we doing music festivals right now during
We
COVID?
wanted to, but
We looked around. There aren't many.
yeah,
We might stumble across some music in California, but
we're hoping.
So you guys get along. That's easy. I don't get any sticky stuff there.
We could try.
Yeah, I'm sure. So let's see, how do you guys decide what your next step is? You just go with the flow, or just someone?
One of us will just be like, "Do you want to go do this?" And the other one's like, "Yeah." That's pretty much how everything goes.
or maybe we stay with somebody and they tell
yeah.
us what's cool around.
Yeah, we do couch surfers a lot.
No way, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are the hosts like? I've never done that.
They're all just extremely interesting people.
Well traveled. They always
yeah.
have great stories, great philosophies.
Things to teach us. Yeah.
Wow. All right, so let's think. Have you met some pretty cool people like outside of couch surfing on the way, or
What do we mean outside of couch surfing?
do you girls
We,
like? Do you girls Do you girls tend to like keep to yourself more, or are you like super social when you're out and about, or?
It depends on how tired we are, I guess. We like to be social, but sometimes we're just like kind of drained from driving a lot. But
In one of our past road trips in New Orleans, we met a girl that had a houseboat on Lake Pontchartrain.
Yeah.
I think I said that right. But we stayed with her in her houseboat, and she showed us around the city, got beignets.
No way.
Yeah, classic
That was
New
amazing.
Orleans. Yeah.
and
That
she
was a
was
cool
beautiful
one.
too.
Yeah.
She was spectacular.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, what are some plans for future travels?
Ooh. Yeah.
It's gonna be hard because we're moving apart from each other.
Yeah.
Oh, this will be the first time apart in 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Downer.
No, not downer. It's beautiful. Yeah.
We'll just have to travel to see each other.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, maybe we'll plan. She's gonna be a pilot, so maybe
No
like
way. Wow.
I'll
Yeah.
hide under the plane and like hold on tight. She'll take
Yeah.
us somewhere.
Yeah. So, which direction are you girls going each?
I'm going to Santa Fe, hopefully.
Cool.
I'm not sure yet. I might have a job in Indianapolis flying private jets.
No way. Cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Ooh, that is hot.
Are you gonna do like one of those like pilots Instagram that the girls do when they get all like? You ever see those on Instagram?
I probably won't,
All right.
but it sounds cool.
You don't need to be Insta famous to be cool.
Well, I hope.
Do you girls have like a social media thing that you try to push, or anything? You have anything you want to promote?
Be yourself.
For yourself? All right. So let me think if I could ask you each a tough question. Let me think. All right. So Lara, tell me a time that you've struggled. Right?
I've struggled
You've struggled and you've come through and you like stuck it out and then everything was great afterwards. It's a tough one. While traveling, have you had that while traveling?
while traveling.
You've just had a real struggle that you kind of like question everything a little bit and then you just stuck it out and everything was good afterwards.
The only real struggle I've had was probably with school. That's not very interesting.
No, go ahead.
But when
Please
I was
share the struggle.
when I was getting certified as a flight instructor, it was probably the most difficult thing I've ever done because it's going from student to teacher in just a span of a few months. So I had to study so hard, and my instructor was really hard on me. He always tried to catch me in my faults.
Oh man.
So
Why? What was behind that?
what was behind that? I mean, he was just, pilots really have to know everything, and he was stressing that. So
So what made you want to become a pilot? That's really, and you're so young too. That's cool.
it was just my childhood dream. Like
Oh,
everyone
just
says,
your
like,
childhood dream.
When I grow up, I want to be a pilot.
But you're
That's what
doing
I
it.
said, yeah, and I did it.
Wow. And so you start commercially flying when you get this job, right?
It'll be like private flying.
Private.
Like businessmen will have a timeshare on a
Oh,
jet,
yeah.
and so I'll fly them to like their meetings or their summer home in the Bahamas or winter home. Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool. All right, Anna, let me think of a weird question for you too. Let's think. Can you tell me about a time where you met someone, just one time, but they had like some type of impact on you or your life or your worldview?
Okay, yeah, there was this guy that we met on Couch Surfers. His name was Jean-Paul, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And
Colorado Springs.
yeah, in Colorado Springs, and he taught us about. We talked a lot about like philosophy and stuff like that, and then I realized because she knew a lot more than me, and so like they were talking a lot, and I felt like I believe everything they're saying, like that all makes sense, but I want to come like to it by myself, like without them telling me everything. So I started trying to look into it more, and then I started to realize the parts of my life where I was being like an immature, person, and so I wanted to like start fixing that, being more independent, because it's easy for me to start to like feel dependent on her because like I just have so much respect for her. But so I was really inspired by him to start being a lot more independent.
Wow, cool. And have you talked to him since, or you just met him the one time?
No, I just met him one time.
If we ever go back to Colorado, we'll see him.
Yeah.
That's pretty beautiful.
He taught us how to do the Cabbage Patch too. It's apparently like a dance that they used to do.
No way, really? Yeah.
In the 80s.
No way, the Cabbage Patch? I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm going to try something new. I'm going to ask you, do you have any random questions you would ask me for the camera?
Ooh, yeah.
I've been
So
traveling
tell
for a
us-
year.
Tell us something about your family life.
All right, well, my family life. Let's see. My father was born in 1939.
Okay.
And yeah. So again, he was like 44, I think, when I was born. And so, yeah, unfortunately, like my brother and my sister, they got to grow up and have like the whole family thing. But by the time like I was 3 and it ended, like that was just it. So I didn't really get to have the family thing myself. But as much as I love my family, my friends and the people I meet and stuff have become like
hey guys.
my true family. And yeah, I'm just really blessed, even though like I may not be super close with my family and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's so many beautiful people, and maybe if I was so attached to my family all super tight, I wouldn't have gotten to meet them all. And so yeah, it's not just a bad thing. But yeah, that's something about my family. I'm not super close with them.
Yeah.
Except my brother, I love the shit out of him.
It happens.
What up?
Let's think. And how are you gonna finish the trip? Is there gonna be like a grand finale? Are you gonna have fireworks?
Yeah.
Actually, pretty much. Pride in Chicago next
cool.
Saturday.
That's exciting.
That's the cap.
Yeah.
It's gonna be some big tears.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Are we gonna see each other much after that? Might not.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that might be goodbye. Maybe forever, but hopefully
Yeah.
not.
Nah, we have to move out of the house
Oh yeah, that's
in
right.
July.
Well, I think it's beautiful what you're doing this trip, and I think it's so nice that you're willing to share with me. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I really enjoyed running over to that waterfall and checking it out. You girls are very brave. They did it barefoot across the river. These guys were being babies about it afterwards. And yeah, they walked all the way to the waterfall. But yeah, Anna, Laura, thanks again.
Yeah, thanks, Jeremy.
Yeah, of course.